Welcome back, Hoover Cardinals. My name is Brenda Lino.
And my name is Bethlehem Matre.
This week on the Nest, we look at the LOP, the upcoming flu season, homecoming, and choir's comeback.
The LOP may be confusing to new students. Brenda gives us more information.
Every day in Hoover High School, one of the greatest problems Cardinals face is being tardy for several reasons. That being traffic, waking up late, or living too far. And because of this, they are put into the LOP list.
A privilege that you may lose would be there's students that don't get to go on field trips or maybe can't attend dances.
What is the whole purpose of the LOP?
The purpose of the LOP, the loss of privilege list, is not to punish and have students lose privileges, but hold students accountable for their attendance. So to monitor and watch how students are attending, see if there's patterns and tardies, and know who doesn't have positive attendance so we can communicate with them to make it better.
What do you recommend to students to help them avoid the LOP?
So the first thing is just to attend school every day and be at class on time. So attend all of your classes and be there on time. And if there's an issue, communicate with your teacher or the attendance office so we make sure it's marked properly.
Has the LOP been effective?
It has been effective because we've improved our attendance. We did have about 20% chronic absenteeism, and at the end of last year we were down to 10%. And right now it's really helping. It's the beginning of the school year, but students are just, if they have a tardy, they're clearing them right away if something went wrong. But there's not a lot of students on it, and we hope it stays that way because the whole purpose is just to be in class learning.
How do you feel about your fellow classmates coming in late to school every day?
To me, it sucks to see them come late because they miss work, you know, and when they miss work, they're going to have to catch up, and if it's too late for them, you know their grade's going to be down.
In order to be on the LOP list, you must have 10 or more tardies or absences. To clear these, you can go to lunch detention, Saturday school, and even tutoring. Going to tutoring is the most effective way to get rid of them.
It's October, which means two things. Halloween is almost here, but along with the flu.
Flu season starts now, and we got information on how to keep yourself and others safe with tips on hygiene and immunization.
What is the flu and what are some symptoms of it?
The flu is a respiratory infection caused by a virus, influenza, and it causes fever, body aches, cough, sometimes runny nose, and for the most part that is it, but then occasionally you get some really bad side effects, some bad complications.
Where can students get flu shots?
You can get the flu shots at your primary care doctor or at any county clinic, and sometimes the student health centers have them also.
What are some preventions?
Well, so one thing is if you are sick and have a fever, don't come to school. That prevents spread. And then, but you can still spread the flu before you actually get sick. And so the other thing is to make sure you wash your hands when you go to the bathroom, when you touch any kind of surface before and after you eat, or anytime you're touching something that other people have been touching. Washing hands frequently, washing them well with soap, you know, and taking quite a few seconds to wash your hands.
We interview students and staff to see how are they staying safe this flu season.
So how are you staying safe from flu season this October?
So to stay safe from the flu season, obviously wash your hands as much as possible and just stay sanitized. Always have hand sanitizer.
Want a burger? How are you staying safe from the flu?
So, and one of the things I was going to say is I'm actually making an appointment today for a flu shot. I get a flu shot every year, along with the rest of my family, so that if you do contract something, it's not as serious. And then I also just, you know, I wash my hands throughout the day, and try not to touch my hands with on my face and things like that. So that's what I do.
Cardinals, remember to wash your hands, cover your coughs, and keep warm with winter approaching. If you haven't received your flu shot, you can go to CVS Pharmacy, located at 4404 Alcovon Boulevard, for more information. Stay safe this flu season, Cardinals.
Did you hear what happened at the homecoming game?
Oh no, what happened, Brenda?
It was a blast. Here's our sports team with more information.
Last Friday night, Hoover battled against Claremont for their homecoming game, but due to the lighting in the area, the game was cut short during the third quarter, with Hoover leading 10-0 and postponed until Monday, October 15 at 4 p.m. At the end of the fourth quarter, our Hoover Cardinals took their very first home game win, 17-7 since 2015. Thursday, October 11th, the Hoover volleyball team honored its seniors during a special senior night ceremony, where they were happily joined by friends and family. After taking an unfortunate loss against Hoover High School 3-0, that did not stop the crowd nor the team from cheering on their seniors.
After the years of going to your daughter's games, how do you feel about this being her senior night?
Oh, I love it. It's really different from when she first started out being a freshman to a senior, and it's just nice to have her a part of something and not giving up and being a part of a sport.
It was very emotional, I won't lie. It was a long time coming. It was an exciting day, but it's just a lot of emotions just watching the girls since their freshman year till tonight play together.
After the years of coaching this volleyball team, how do you feel about this being their senior night?
I feel pretty sad to see them go. I coached them when they were freshmen and all the way up to now they're seniors, and so I'm going to feel a little sadness here and there.
Hey Cardinals, more upcoming sports are arriving for the winter season, and we have some information from fellow athletes and coaches that you might want to know.
My biggest expectation is for us to have fun. We're going to be a young team this year, so each game, each day, we will try to get better. Team bonding is always a big goal, off season or not. So just coming together, learning the game of basketball, and hopefully those things will help us win some games.
Do you have any recommendations for new players that want to join this sport?
We will be starting a freshman team this year, so we take girls with no experience. We'll take girls that have experience. So pretty much you just, need to have a wanting to learn a new sport, to come out here to work well as a team, work with others, and we'll welcome you.
What sport do you coach?
Boys and girls varsity soccer.
What are your goals for the off season?
For the off season, we're basically just getting ready for the season. I mean, we got a 4-week session in which 2 weeks it's our strength and conditioning. So we're going to be working on strengthening our bodies. We got beach runs. We're going to go run the hills by Crawford. We're going to do a couple of other stuff, and then after the first 2 weeks we go into our tactical session, which basically just making sure the boys and the girls know what formations we're going to be running, what set pieces we want to run, and that they understand what's expected of them.
Do you have any expectations for the season?
For the boys, it's to win CIF and compete for state. We won league last year. We've gotten the number 2 seed the last 2 years, so we want to close the deal this year. And for the girls, it's basically to get them to the level of the boys.
Do you have any recommendations for new players that want to join soccer?
Just to be ready to compete. I mean, we don't make cuts. If you can get through the off season and you want to work, then you're basically in the team. You just got to be ready to work, because I mean, we get about 180 kids come try out, so it's not going to be easy.
My expectations for the season is to win as many games as possible and try to score.
How do you prepare for your upcoming season?
I go to as many practice sessions as I can and stay committed.
What do you recommend for someone trying to get into the sport you're playing?
Stay committed, work on your grades, and always go to practice.
Hey Brenda, do you know choir is a class again?
No, I didn't.
You know what that means?
Not really.
You can go and sing.
You're funny.
We bring you more information about the topic.
Hoover High School is back in session after experiencing a year without choir. This school year opened up with a new teacher and a few new classes on campus, choir being one of them. The new teacher and new classes caused many students to go see their counselor and try to save their spot. We talked with the Alma counselor and the new choir teacher for more information.
I believe there were over 50 to 60 students that asked to be in this class when they first realized that we were going to be having it again. We weren't sure last year. Then once we knew who the teacher was going to be, then there was more students that asked. The choir class satisfies the fine art credit that you need for both graduation from San Diego Unified plus to get into your four-year colleges, your CSUs or your UCs and your private schools.
When I left, I'd get notified about how the program is going, and I would come to the concerts still. And the year after that, I actually watched the Nest on the segment of No Choir, and it really touched me in my heart. I was able to seek Hoover again, and I'm looking forward to building the program back up to where I had it before.
What other classes are you teaching?
I teach theater, piano, and choir.
While choir is back, students don't specifically need to be in the class in order to participate. For those who weren't able to secure their spot, there is a club on campus for the most dedicated students. We talked with the president and vice president for more information.
We had a great experience with Mr. G our freshman year, and he basically motivated us to come out of our shell and obtain leadership skills while singing at the same time.
So we're currently in the process of forming an advanced choir. We go out to events and do singing for the community and even go to Petco Park to sing the national anthem.
To audition for choir, please prepare a song of your choice. Auditions are held in room 352 on October 15, 16, 18, and 19 from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
If you're someone that likes math, science, and engineering, you might be interested in Mesa Club. Jesus reports.
If you're interested in engineering and mathematics, the Mesa Club would be a good consideration.
What do you enjoy doing the most in the club?
So besides doing some of the project, which I really like, I also enjoying hanging out with my friends or like just slack off or we just playing game with each other. So it's matter not just doing the project or get successful. It's also matter when we enjoy the experience with each other. So we make airplanes, we make bridges, we make mousetrap car, we make catapults, or we also do electronic stuff like Arduino, or we make computer programs. So besides of doing some of the very cool projects or like competing them in competitions around the county or like the state, you could also gain experience by hanging out with friends or play with them, or sometimes we slack off, or sometimes instead of like doing that, it's not just an academic club, it's also like a group of friends hanging out with each other and learn from each other.
Thank you.
For Mesa was how to cooperate with everyone else and also work with your partner and to solve problems. What I want to learn is like communicate more with my partners because last year I didn't. Well, for the like 3 years I've been here, I didn't communicate well with my partners, and that's why I want to learn more.
So I joined Mesa because I like math, so I want to use math to build stuff like engineering thing.
Mesa has been providing a space for Hoover students that share a passion for engineering and mathematics since 2008.
Mesa stands for Mathematics, Engineering, Science Achievement. It's an organization that was designed to get underrepresented populations interested in math and science careers. And what we do is we meet 1 day a week after school on Thursdays. It's been at Hoover for 10 years, and it's been one of the most active science clubs at Hoover High School. Well, Mesa here at Hoover, 10 years ago, I started the Mesa Club here, but Mesa was originally started in 1970 at the University of California, Berkeley, in that area. It now extends to about 30 states, and there are both local, statewide, and national competitions in Mesa.
Join Mesa.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't have any requirements for joining. You don't really even have to be interested in science and math. It sounds kind of heavy, the title, but it's really a projects club. We do a lot of projects. We have a competition at San Diego State every year in the spring. It's a lot of fun. The students that go really enjoy it, and some of them go on to regional competitions up in the Orange County and Los Angeles areas as well. So we welcome anybody who wants to join.
If you are considering joining Mesa, meetings are held in room 1302. On Thursdays from 2:30 to 3:30.
CLNS News Entertainment Student Television.
Hi Cardinals, this week's QQ is, what new music have you been listening to?
I mean, the music I've been listening to, it's just Mexican music. It's dope. It's dope. Like, I mean, like, I forgot his name.
Hello, Miggy.
He's really dope. And I've been listening to Logic. He's cool. He's chilling. I mean, you know what I mean? But Mexican music is dope, though. You should listen to it.
What music have you been listening to?
A lot of rock and metal. Sublime and Suicide Boys and Flatbush Zombies. And that's mostly it.
Man, I've been listening to that new Mozzie, My Brother ×2. Hit that up, man.
One of mine's Mozzie.
Young Thug, Sean Glizzy, Money Moves.
The Kodak Black and The Weeknd, Lil Pump, Lil Skies, all of that.
I've been listening to this one song called Rockstar. I don't know who the rapper is though. Some irrelevant dude, and then I also listen to like some, Astro World. Still bumping that. That's about it.
Recently I've been listening to a lot of Tyler the Creator. His new music and albums, pretty sick. I like it.
Well, mainly the Sonic soundtrack, but other than that, nothing. Lil Baby, Drip Harder, new album, slaps. That's all I know.
I listen to LMA.
All right, what music have you been listening to?
Astroworld.
I listen to Blueface on a download. Lil Baby.
Gunna.
Lil Young Thug. Lil Durk.
Like a lot of Drake recently, and then especially the one song that he just came out with Bad Bunny, Mia. That's a good one. Y'all should go check it out. J. Cole.
I've been listening to Light Skin Drake and some Max.
I listen to XXXTentacion.
This is it for this week's episode of The Nest.
Thank you for watching, and remember, Wednesdays are awesome.